Hey guys, it's Shannon. Today I'm going to do a first impression video. I was sent some products by Buzz Agent, and so this is going to be for the Covergirl and Olay Tone Rehab 2-in-1 Foundation, and then also for the Covergirl and Olay Pressed Powder. And now, I should tell you before I even get started, I'm not sure if these colors are going to be a good match for me or not, honestly. I don't know the full color range that's available either. They basically just had 3 shades that we could choose from, which was this shade, and then a relatively dark tan shade, and then a dark shade. So this was really kind of the lightest one, and so that's obviously the one that I chose. So the foundation, I have number 155, which is Soft Honey, and then the powder they sent me is number 350, Medium. And you can see the kind of Olay swirl going through it. So the claims to this product is that the foundation instantly evens your skin tone, reducing the look of discolorations, fine lines, and wrinkles, while the serum hydrates skin over time. And then for the powder, the claims are lightweight coverage that softens the appearance of imperfections and helps to instantly brighten skin tone with radiance inspired by Olay. Contains smooth glide serum, non-comedogenic, dermatologically tested, suitable for sensitive skin, and won't clog pores. So I'm just going to apply these. There aren't any instructions in the packaging as far as how the foundation is best applied, and so I'm actually just going to use my fingers for today. It does have a pump, so we always like pumps. And this is actually kind of looks pretty dark, so we'll see what it does on my skin. I think I'll maybe just take a little bit at a time, because this probably is going to be a little bit too dark for me. We'll see. Maybe a little bit. It does have kind of a slickness to it that feels sort of like a primer feels when you're putting it on the face. It actually smells really good. It smells like a face cream. It doesn't smell like a foundation. So that's kind of nice. So I still have, at least half a pump left. So I'm going to go back and do a little more coverage. We'll see if it's buildable or not. The second round is not absorbing into my skin as well this time. So that's something to note. It may not be easy to build additional coverage if you need a little more coverage of red patches or discoloration or anything like that, because it seems to not be able to absorb as easily the second time. It's almost like it creates a barrier the first time. I'm running out of places to put it. This is where I usually want the most coverage, right through here. I do feel a little bit of a sensation of my skin kind of burning a little bit. And so for some of you with sensitive skin, you may have a problem with that. I don't particularly have sensitive skin, but I do suffer from psoriasis and an overactive immune system. And so sometimes I do have a bit of an allergic reaction to some foundations, where a lot of times They will make me itch a little bit at first, you know, particularly on the end of my nose. And sometimes they will burn just a little bit on the skin. But usually, for the most part, it goes away. This is actually a little more burning than I ever recall experiencing. So just keep that in mind if you're somebody who does really have, you know, super sensitive skin. You may have that issue. Because my skin really is actually not that super sensitive unless I'm having, you know, some kind of a reaction, unless my body is overreacting to something I'm doing. So it does have glycerin in it, so some people are sensitive to glycerin. Okay, so my initial thoughts on the coverage is it really is a sheer coverage. Kind of looks like a tinted moisturizer would look. There is quite a bit of color, so you could maybe even out your skin tone a little bit, but you're not actually going to cover any discolorations or pimples and that sort of thing. I mean, you can see I've had a little bit of a breakout from something that I've eaten, and I've got, you know, kind of blistery spots going on today, and those are not colored. You can still see the redness coming through. Even with my terrible biting, you can still see the redness coming through. So the coverage isn't going to be great. If you're somebody who just needs, you know, just a little bit of coverage and you're more just trying to kind of even out your skin tone, then I think this is going to be perfect for you. If you're like me, where you have, you know, sunspots, so you can see my sunspots clearly through it. So if you have sunspots that you're trying to cover, this is my lightest one, and you can still see it through. Or freckles, if you're one of those people. I mean, I do have some freckling because I've gotten some sun. So if you're trying to cover up freckling or anything like that, or red spots, this is not going to be enough coverage for you. And like I said, it kind of doesn't absorb as easily the second time, so it's not like you can really build up a lot more coverage by continuing to add product. Smells really good. Right now on my face feels a little bit tacky. Just a very, very little bit. It's kind of a combination of my face and where I have the product on my hand still. So it is slightly tacky, but nothing terrible. So now I'm going to try the powder, and the powder doesn't have a big mirror here at the top. This is what the powder looks like. This is again in medium, and it does come with this little kind of puff applicator. So I'm just going to actually apply it with this, since, you know, that's how they sent it. You can see the color transfer. This powder is actually a little bit darker than the foundation, so I actually feel like I could almost use it for a light bronzing effect if I really wanted to. It leaves a nice finish. I'm not really noticing. I have a few areas like here where the products are kind of clinging to some dry patches, and some areas where the blister breakout is healing from my reaction to food. So it might cling to dry spots a little bit if you have extremely dry skin. It does not look particularly cakey in any way, so that's really nice. You build it up a little bit more and see what happens. It does, the two products together, they are settling into my pores just a little bit. So if you have extremely large pores, you might want to make sure you use a primer. But nothing too terrible. So I'm just going to, wear this for a while through the day. I'm actually not going to apply any more makeup over it because I just want to see how these two products work on my face. Like I said, I did not use any primer beforehand, and my moisturizer I applied quite a few hours ago just to make sure that was kind of soaked in and would not affect the product at all. So I'm just going to leave this on and see how it goes. Like I said, the color's not a great match for me. It's a pretty sheer coverage, kind of like a heavier tinted moisturizer. The powder does have a nice finish. It doesn't go on cakey, at least not if you use the applicator that comes with it. Can't speak for using a brush with it, but generally if they go on well with the throwaway applicator, then they'll go on nicely with in other ways as well. So it seems to be pretty nice. It's not going to be for somebody that needs a lot of coverage, though. It's going to be for somebody who just needs to even out the skin tone just a little bit. I don't have a particularly oily face, but we'll see. It could very well cause oil as well for somebody who typically normally has a normal to combination face or dry face. As always, if you have comments or questions, leave them below in the comment section. And all of my links are in the information bar. As always, I will also leave a link for not only these products, but my most recent video in case you missed it down there as well. And I will see you next time. Bye.